right? This is how I made $110,000 in the last 65 days. First of all, let's show you the proof, right? So obviously here is a real account and we have 112 profit off of $1 million. So if I go close positions and I show you custom range, I'll show you from February 1st is where I started live streaming. Everything's on live stream. This is only trading like an hour a day. There you go, the profit, 112 grand. That's a lot of fucking bandinos that you guys can watch me on Kick. It's on the screen there. You can see what the links are. So obviously that's a whole whack load of money. How the hell did I do it? Let's break it down. First of all, I basically only trade the opens more or less, but the strategy can work no matter when you're trading. It can work on anything. I prefer the NASDAQ, most volatile in the opens. Basically, the whole gist of it boils down to I mark down major levels and I determine what I think is going to happen that day. And I basically build a story, right? And then as the price approaches these levels, I'm gonna wait for the reaction that I want off of it. And if it does happen, then I'm gonna take a trade. So I'm gonna show you an example here right now. So we'll jump on the trading view here. And generally the levels I really like to draw are monthly and weekly levels, right? And they often retest a lot. And if you guys, again, you can watch on live stream, you can see me do this live if you want. And so here's a level here, I drew there, right? So I might draw there. Sometimes if the weekly levels are also kind of in the same area, I might draw a zone that might be interesting. So maybe I'll say, hey, there's also a level potentially here on the weekly. And then I've got some weekly levels here as well. So I've got upper and lower range, okay? And then what I do is I drop down, there might be some levels here. Okay, so now I've got a level here maybe, and now I've got a whole zone that it really looks like these higher time frames might take, right, on both sides, okay? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump to the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 2 hour, and that's gonna tell me where the trend is gonna go first, okay? So in the open, you know, we might see a big wick like this, right? So that has failed, and by the way, I'm using something called dumb money concepts. Dumb money concepts is my made strategy. It's a play on smart money concepts. It's a lot simpler, and the only thing you need to know is how does price react to levels, okay? So here's a level, right? A lower time frame level or a mid time frame level, okay? When price attempts to break that level, it's failed to because it's getting bought back up. So that means it's going to go to the next level up, which is here, okay? And that level basically coincides with this level here, okay? So now we've got these major zones that are kind of drawn down, and you'll say, hey, okay, so maybe that wasn't open. I'm just talking in like kind of past tense here. And now I know it price is going to go up. So that's my story, is price is going to go up first until this level. And as you can see, that's where it went, okay? So let's draw down to, I use the 15 usually during the actual trading. So after they bought that up, right, it went up to that level, okay? So what I'm looking for is I would be taking that long after the close and I'd be longing it back up to that level, okay? So now what I do is I watch for reaction off that level and I see, hey, it looks like it's failing to gain that zone. So what's it gonna do? Is it gonna come back down to the level down? So which is my zone that I drew before. And if you just remember, these are the levels on the higher time frame and the higher time frame, okay? Now they do happen to coincide with levels here as well. So what we can do is we can say, hey, maybe we shorted that level now and it's gonna come down here, because that is the level that we need to hit because it failed to make this high. So now what we need to do is we need to attempt to make a new low, okay? Because you can only go two directions. You can either go up or down. So if we fail to go up, we must go down and find a new route to come up, okay? It's kind of like if you take a car ride. If you get stuck in a detour somewhere, you're not gonna just keep going up the same road over and over. No, you're gonna try to find a new route so that you can go around, okay? That's how I look at the market, is people don't continue to do the same thing over and over. So then they come here, they test this level, it ends up getting bought up here, right? A failure on that level, and then we start riding back up. So on that failure, okay, boom, we can take another long, right? So the reality is there's a ton of trades constantly. And I'm just literally telling a story, and as it develops over time, I'm gonna take trades, okay? And I'm gonna watch that develop, and I'm gonna say, hey, okay, so now that that has been tested and this has been tested, most likely it's gonna then come back up and test the next level higher than this, right? Because we've now already tested that one, so it's weaker, okay? Now what we can do is we can jump back to higher time frames. Okay, what's the next level up? Okay, here. That's probably where we're gonna shoot for next. And I'm telling a story, and sometimes I'm wrong. And when I'm wrong, you're gonna get really obvious answers. Like, I don't really use stop losses you're gonna get really obvious answers. Like if this broke down off of this level and we didn't buy off of it, or for example, if it bought here, I'm gonna start telling a new story, okay? I'm gonna get out of that trade when the candles don't reject off of that area, okay? And it's gonna then go to this level. So we're gonna then watch the reaction off that level. It's the next one, right? And that's all you need to know when it comes down to trading kind of your own personal money. I do something a little bit differently when it comes to trading on prop firms, which I have also been doing on live stream. I've been trading on firms that are not my own firms, such as like Top Step or something like that. And so that you guys can see proof that, hey, all of this trading is legit because I'm doing it across the board on different prop firms. I'm doing it on my own funds. I'm doing it on Maven's funds, all of this jazz. The difference with prop firms is I am shooting only for the minimums because I want to get those withdrawals so I can put it into my personal account so I can trade with more freedom, okay? So what I generally do is I shoot for one day of big profit and then I do for all the minimums, right? So I just try to get as little profit as I can with each time. And I never shoot for all Hail Mary bets sort of thing. I only just go for, this is all I need for the day. I'm gonna get in and get out, okay? I never let trades run on the prop firm. I just, once I have enough profit, close it, okay? And then I wait for the withdrawal. That's the only difference, guys. Best of luck, dumb money concepts. Thanks for watching.